Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson to Shepard, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete here. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. This is Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Marino. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And a nice gain there. It's going to be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Marino looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Marino. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. First down, Marino. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got his man on the out route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Marino here from the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Aaron Lynch coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Open here, Adam Thielen. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Gross. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he slides to avoid the hit. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. Space to run past the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah. And so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Jackson. This is caught. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Gun! Detroit!
To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from the desert after this. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
Marino will look to throw on first. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Marino. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. On second down, Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, Any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they start the second half with Johnson. Good footwork at the 30. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. On second down, here's Marino. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Jackson on second down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards through the air and a first down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Harris. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Marino. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Marino. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Hicks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Johnson, and an alley to run. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit!
And the blitz does come. Now Marino coughs it up. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now out comes Minnesota. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Left side caught by Diggs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run with Harris. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson, operating from the gun. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Gross. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Harris, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now he steps away. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Now Marino on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Harris. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll run it here with Brown. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, it's Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This from 54 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Marino. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Marino. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last shot for Marino. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Vikings, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.